Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and Halloween ends! Or does it? I think it does, with this frame, at least with this trilogy, and boy did it go out with a whimper. And this new horror thriller is the third film in the David Gordon Green, Danny McBride created version of Halloween, which the Halloween from 2018 was a sequel directly from the first film, and forgetting all the other baggage of everything else after that. You know, Laurie and Michael are not family, like revealed in Halloween 2. But from this film, you have the aftermath of Halloween Kills. This is a year later. Halloween in Haddonfield, everybody's a piece of crap. People judge and jump to conclusions, and this commentary on like cancel culture and all kinds of stuff like that, and the terrible nature of humanity. It just feels so lazy and drawn out and not really done in a compelling way. It's so ham-fisted and feels like you're swinging a sledgehammer at people's heads with how blunt this film is in terms of how it tries to deal with its ideas. And like evil has, like, Michael Myers has turned into the embodiment of evil. And is the evil from Michael, or is the evil from Haddonfield? Is this place, this people, what the true evil is? And Michael Myers is just an embodiment of that. And you have these ideas that only barely scratch the surface in an hour and 50-minute movie that feels like it's wasting so much of its runtime. And I give this film credit for trying to do something different than just another slasher rehash of Halloween. But it doesn't do it in a compelling way. Do I care about Rowan Campbell's Corey, this young man who has been blacklisted by this town for an accident that he had nothing to do with, but people perceived it to be one way, so then they hate him? There's multiple moments that echo that perception and not seeing things how they really are and causing issues and tension. And it's so blunt. It's not done with any finesse. You do have some thrilling moments, mostly towards the end of the film, but this film really isn't scary. It doesn't do a lot of those things that make Halloween work so well. Doesn't do them. And as you get to the end of this film, you know, it has some pretty bold moments, but the whole entire storytelling is awkward and just bland and so derivative of just, you just have Jamie Lee Curtis voiceover narrating everything, and it's just like, it doesn't work. It takes all the tension out of the scene. It feels all the emotion and the feeling out of it. You have a franchise with one of the most iconic scores of all time. Lean on the music to carry those scenes. You don't need voiceover to carry, like, the climax of this film. The resolution at the end could have easily been done without this obnoxious narration of Laurie trying to type up her memoir, and should have leaned on, like, you have John Carpenter back doing the music. Just use that. This film is infuriating and frustrating and had so much potential, but even though it tried to do something different, it just did it so blandly without any kind of finesse that it's even hard to appreciate, let alone enjoy and like the experience that you get out of this film. I do have to give it credit, and like, Jamie Lee Curtis is strong yet once again, and it has elements that had a lot of potential. It just didn't amount to much at all. And this film feels so aimless, without narrative, without plot, that feels meaningful. And by the end, you just have this big message that you're just like, well, duh. And I didn't need to sit through this whole entire movie to figure it out. But those are my thoughts on Halloween Ends. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.